won these Academy Awards because I'm so bitchin', and I made things explode and fall down and turn over and sink.
Did they go boom?
And they went boom.
Woo!
Boom! Boom! Big exploding sound. Boom. So, what else can I make a disaster movie about? Well, he had a whole string of ideas, but, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of money in the studio, so he made Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, which was like maybe the lamest movie known to man. Really, really bad. And then there were some ones that got made for TV. There was Flood. It was like 2 nights, 2 hours, the commercials, you know. So it was really long and drawn out. Flood. And then there was Fire, which was, you know, kind of like Flood, except instead of wet things, it was on fire things. You know, long, drawn out TV movie. Fire! And then a personal favorite of mine, Hanging by a Thread. Hanging by a Thread, which was all about dangling from the, you know, the cable car. Trying to rescue with a helicopter from them dangling. And, you know, the mean guy is saying, like, you can't go do that. And the other guy is saying, we have to go help them. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same plot as all the other.
It's the same formula all the time.
Same formula. Yeah. You know, there's some gangsters. You know, gangster bad guys. But it's the same basic idea. And then they got the night the bridge fell down. The cave-in National Park, you know, the guy said, you gotta keep it open, this guy's coming, they're gonna give us all this government money, and they're like, no, send them all in there, it'll be fine. They wave their arm, they say it'll be fine. It's the universal gesture for it'll be fine. So everybody goes in, and it's all
like
the people that follow the hero, they get saved, everybody else dies. Same formula.
Have you noticed it's always the major stars in the group that get saved?
It is. That's the way it works. You know? So if you are faced with a disaster situation, what you do is you look around for the major Hollywood star.
Right.
And wherever that guy is, or gal, could be a gal, right? Wherever that major Hollywood star is, you do what they say.
Except Gene Hackman.
You ignore everybody else because they're all gonna die, and you go with Gene Hackman or Paul Newman. Those are your best choices.
Yeah, well, Gene Hackman, okay, he does like die, but he's a hero. He's a big hero.
Big hero, yeah, that's right. And plus he's a priest and he's tough. So finally, Irwin Allen, he says to the movie people, he says, you know, this disaster thing is like the most bitchinest thing ever.
So did
the most bitchinest thing ever, and we need to make one more huge disaster movie. And we're gonna make a movie called When Time Ran Out. And we're gonna get those same big ass stars before. We're gonna get Paul Newman and William Holden. And the hottie will be Jacqueline Bisset. Jacqueline Bisset's the hottie. You gotta have a hottie. And Paul Newman is going to be an oil digger. He's drilling for oil on this island. And an island it's owned by this William Holden. He's a hotel guy. He's got a fancy hotel there. He's got all these guests. But there's also a volcano. And that volcano, Paul Newman is worried about it because he struck oil, which he's there to do. But there's all kinds of subterranean pressures that are high. And Paul Newman is going to the hotel guy, to William Holden. He's saying, William Holden, what about these goddamn high subterranean pressures? And William Holden is saying, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He waves his hand and he says, it'll be fine, which is the universal gesture meaning that everything will be okay. But it turns out not to be okay. It's not okay because the volcano erupts, explodes, and there's like lava coming everywhere.
Not in
So
a helpful
just
way.
like in every other
Lava, lava,
urban
lava.
island movie,
Lava,
Paul
lava,
Newman has to convince people to go with him because he knows, because he's right, and he's an architect and he's the hero. He knows the lava is coming right for the hotel. But William Holden says, it's going over there. It ain't coming here. Everybody just said hotel.
It's
We'll have
St.
a party.
Franciscus.
You know, we'll have a party. We'll get as hammered as we can in a PG-rated movie. You know, we're
Hardy, hardy, don't worry about the volcano. It
We'll
won't.
have a little bit of sex, a little party, a little boozing up. But
won't melt.
we ain't going with you. So just like every other urban island movie, Paul Newman collects together a ragtag group of people, a handful, 10 people, including Ernest Borgnine, who did all the other movies, and they head out across the island to escape the lava. And they have trials and tribulations, and some of them get killed, only a few.
Trials.
You know, the
Tribulations.
cliff goes away and they have to clamber along the cliffside. And they come up to a bridge over a river of lava. And a bridge over the river of lava is really fucking tough. People falling into the lava. Little kids running away. They chase after little kids. And they're like, how do we get over the thing now with the little kids? It's rough. But finally, Paul Newman and the people who chose to follow Paul Newman, which, as I said earlier, that's what you do. You find the movie star and you follow the movie star. So Paul Newman and the people that follow Paul Newman escape. And everybody else is staying if they're in the hotel. What happens to them? The lava comes at them. Just like Paul Newman said it would. And just like William Holden said, nah, it'll be fine. And it turned out not to be fine because the lava goes right at the hotel. And then, the hotel explodes. Boom! And Paul Newman says,
Told you so.
I explode you so!
Explode you so!